Hi everybody, Beth Warren, registered dietitian and owner of Beth Warren Nutrition, here with another COVID-19 wellness update. What I've noticed in my clients and myself this week is actually a burst of positive news. We're all about trying to get the positive out of the situation, so we decided to highlight the pre-COVID-19 challenges that are no longer here. Yes, that's right. As much as these days are challenging our weight and wellness goals, there are some challenges that we may have felt before all of this that now are no big deal. So here they are. You ready? Number one, coming into a weekend is no longer as overwhelming. For good or for bad, the reality is that every day is a little bit like a weekend when it comes to weight and wellness challenges. So what that means is that we're frequently sedentary these days. We're sort of in that at-home vibe. We have access to snacks in the kitchen all day. So therefore, when we come into the weekend, it's just like any other day. And we could always focus on the positive of that and know that we could now combat it, because when it's every day, it's something that we have to get on top of. So we got this. When it comes to the weekend, it's no longer a challenge. Number two, establishing an eating routine is no longer such an issue. So you know by now that at BWN, we're all about establishing a healthy eating pattern day to day. And since every day in this COVID-19 chaos, we need to establish some sort of schedule, we may as well take that step further and think about how we're going to work in our food, our meals, and our snacks into that new schedule. So establishing that eating routine that we always endorse is no longer as overwhelming, because every day is a bit overwhelming when it comes to establishing a schedule. We have to focus it and think about it each day. Then we're just working our food along the way. So it's actually possible to establish an eating schedule these days. Number three, it's no longer so far-fetched to get creative in the kitchen. By far, one of the most frequent complaints I hear from people is that they're so bored from eating healthy. Well, guess what? These days, when we don't have access to tons of fresh produce each day, when we're not going to the supermarket and restocking every day, we have to get creative in the kitchen. If we only have X, Y, and Z ingredients, then you got to think about, how can I formulate this into some exciting dish? Plus, I call this the banana bread craze or the bread craze. As you see, I know that flowers are flying off the shelves and things like that. Well, food is also going bad, and then we're forced to get creative to make banana breads and things like that. So now the challenge before of getting bored of healthy food is no longer there anymore, because we are excited, right, to get creative. Number four, movement and snacking is actually able to happen. I know I spoke about these and the world thought they would be actual weight and wellness challenges during the COVID-19 quarantine. But actually, now that we're really in this and accepting the situation, we're realizing that movement is so key for even our mental health. So what that means is I'm noticing people are actually really wanting to get out, of course, socially distance appropriate and with proper safety precautions, but you want to get out even mentally to just detach a second and take a breather and go for a walk, right? Or you get on that conference call and you really need to focus. Suddenly people are having to walk around and move, and noticing how helpful that is for their focus, their mental health. And even those little workouts that we were all worried we wouldn't want to do or feel motivated to do, now those are acts of self-care we actually could do. Even putting on this video, moving around, every movement counts. Plus the snacking. Reality is I live in my kitchen. I'm feeding 6 kids, husband, and even myself. So snacking is possible to happen because we're in the kitchen anyways all day. So now I no longer hear the challenge that I don't have time to snack or I can't think of a snack. A lot of times people may eat their 3 meals a day under typical circumstances, but now they're actually able to snack because you're around it, you're in it, you're living it. We are always in the kitchen. So take advantage of all these challenges of the quarantine. Let's put a positive spin on it and focus on the good to help motivate us to even be better during these times. As always, guys, I am available at Beth Warren Nutrition, BWN Virtual, our fully staffed and ready to help you with your weight and wellness goals during this time, because we can do this. Feel free to like, comment, and share. I'd love to hear from you if these non-challenge challenges speak to you, or what you realize is no longer a challenge to feel good about, because it is ultimately an accomplishment for no matter what reason why, right?